Hello, everybody. So, today we'll be talking about Alliance Brawl. What is Alliance Brawl? So, Alliance Brawl is coming after every KVK. It is an event that a lot of people are playing wrong. So, today we'll be going in depth over what is Brawl and how you should play it in order to win. Because a lot of people for example, this was the perfect example. The adversary we fought, they played their brawl exactly like we play KVK, which means that every day they would look at whatever is making points and they would just make points every day. So let's start with the very basics. First of all, Brawl is not like KVK. So every day you're making points if you win, and you don't if you lose. So the goal is to make more points than your adversary. So it's very different than KVK because in KVK, if you want to push it all on one day, it will accumulate at the end. KVK being Kingdom of Power event, for those that are not familiar with the slang. So you don't need to win every day. You don't need to crush your opponent. You just need points. So here's how we win pretty much every brawl. It's quite simple. Just first of all, start by looking at the map. How many points is there total? 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 4, 13. So you only need a big total of 7 points to win. You don't need to win every day, like I just said. So let's go look at the day one by one. So you want to make 7 points. There's multiple ways to make 7 points. My advice to you would be the full scale competition, which is the last day, is the one you want to focus on first. So you want to make sure that this one you're showing up to fight. Why? Because it makes 4 points for 36 hours. So basically, it's the best point per hour ratio you can get. Then I would say if you're going for the finale, you might as well go for the Baron, just because it's a very difficult day for anybody to beat you if your alliance is focused. I'll explain later, but because of the Beast and the Terrors, it's mostly about collective teamworks. So that's 6 points. Then you can choose any of the day 1 to 4. So usually what we do here is we're going to look at every day, and one day that we see that we have a better chance of winning, we'll use something to basically secure the victory. So day 1 usually is the hardest day to win in my opinion because everybody in every alliance are buying their packs, which means that they make 6 points per top-up points they make. So what it means is that if you try to win Monday, you're going to be buying a lot of packs, and it's actually usually a day that's a great day to concede, because if your opponent is buying every one of their pack, they won't have anything else to buy the rest of the week. So I usually tell my people, concede day 1. Do not buy any packs, and we usually lose that day. So that's basically what happened there. Day 2, hero development. So usually this is KVK stuff. So I don't like winning that day, but we did it once because we were really close and we actually used gems and packs to win it. But usually this is a very KVK day as well. So you're using like shards, speed ups. So intel is okay, but your opponent are going to use a couple of true gold and speed ups. So usually I don't like winning that day. It's not one that I recommend, but it's better than day 1. Day 1 is absolutely the worst one to try to win, in my opinion, because if you find an opponent that is very, how do you call them? Like, for example, the alliance we just fought, they had decent wallets. They're going to out-wallet you, and then you just wasted tons of resources. So day 2, I would not recommend. Day 3 is kind of decent for the one reason that Charms gives a ton of point, and they're really quick to use, so it's a great snipe. And yes, they eat a lot of KVK points, but it's easy to snipe with a few charms. Also, it's a gathering day, so you're going to make point just by being active, and there's not a lot of stuff that makes point on that day. So they can try to push charms, but that will sabotage their KVK. The pets are not making much points. So it's basically one of those days where the score is usually low. So I usually like to use day 3 as the day I need to win outside day 5 and 6 that we just talked about. So I usually win day 3. That's what we did here. And then gear enhancement. It's again KVK stuff a lot. Training troops to speed up. You want to keep those for KVK. The widget, the mithril, the forge hammers. It's not great to use. So I usually, unless it's really really close and we can use like top ups and gems to snipe it, I usually won't go for day 4. It's very risky too, because it puts you against, you're on the line. You don't get a buffer. If you lose that day, you're done. Your opponent would have 7 points because that's 1 + 2 + 2 + 2. So I usually don't go for day 4. I usually go for day 3. It gives you plan B. If you fail, you can go for day 4, which is not ideal, but you can do it. There's multiple ways to do that. And then I would say day 5 and 6 is where the strategy of Brawl really lies into. Let me show you an item. Right here, piece of meats. So if everyone in your alliance has this thing, they will make 600 meats per month. So your job as an alliance leader is to tell everybody, do not use those. Keep them for Brawl. So everybody wants to compete in those stupid beast event. They want to do, don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, if you're top 1 alliance and your guys are not listening, you definitely should start trying to inform them that you need them to save up the meats. Why? Because these are the easiest day to win without using KVK stuff. Because look at this. 15,000 points per terror you're rallying, and 6,000 point per level 26 to 30 beast. What does that mean? It means that this is the easiest way to make points. For example, you buy a $100 pack. It's going to give you 300,000 points. You make 20 rallies. So that's give or take what? Say 40 meats if you use Diana. 40 meats. So we're talking about 12,000 gems. And you're making as much as if you just spent $100. And you naturally get meats over time. So usually what it will tell people is use the meats on day 5 and do not buy any packs. We'll use the pack to try to snipe. And we win that day 5 basically just using meats. That's what we did. We didn't even have to buy packs because our opponent were not able to do as much rallies as we do. So usually what we do, we tell people no gathering. First of all, no one's gathering. So if I see anybody gathering, like, look, there's a couple. There shouldn't be. Most likely we will be removing them from there right after this video. And yeah, there's usually nobody gathering. So when you see someone gathering, you will just do that up and say remove. There you go. So yeah, so basically nobody's gathering. So it's only one guy. He's off sync. We'll just remove his gatherers. Someone will leave the alliance and take care of him. We don't allow gathering on the last 2 days, which means everybody is on auto join, meaning that you get 6 lines walking. And now we are kind of leading by a little bit. So we have a substantial lead, I would say. So we're not pushing it, but we were going up to like 30, 35 rallies on the clock. Everybody's on auto join. And you can also use that function here, auto wanting, and use this line. There you go. Why? Because Fad and Diana will walk super fast. They'll use only 8 stamina, and you'll make 6,000 points every time you kill a beast. So usually they're really good to use when you're AFK. You can just leave the screen open, and they will hunt for you. So the strategy for Brawl, as a recap, is always focus on winning day 5 and 6, because they will not sabotage your KVK. And you can synergize meats and gems together to make a lot of points. So today, hard to believe, but we basically use nothing for KVKs. A couple of my guys probably did because, you can't control everyone. But most of our people made, Angie didn't leave. She's just killing the gatherer. So most of the people here, they just use meat. That's all they did, all 36 hours. That's what I did. I did more the day before. So today I had less meat left because yesterday was kind of close. But today is not even close because they kind of tapped out. They started buying packs to try to catch us, and we were just over rallying them buying packs. So they didn't really have a chance here. So yeah, day 5 and 6, you want to win, and then you're playing by here, I would say. So you're going to try to win day 1, 2, 3, or 4. It doesn't matter which one you win. I recommend day 3 just because the score is usually low, and gathering, if everyone does it, is really good. And yeah, that's usually my word of advice to you guys is if you're leading your alliance, no gathering, and everyone's on the auto join or auto want, and whenever you're not online, you make sure that your auto join the rallies is refreshed. So this is basically how I play Brawl. We have only lost once to an incredible wallet push that, I don't even want to talk about it. It was ridiculous. So something like $12,000 that one person pushed in the span of like 6 minutes. So you really can't fight that, but you will win 99% of the time using that simple strategy where Brawl is not a marathon. It's a couple of sprints, and you need to choose where you run. So people are playing it like KVK, where they will make points every day, and it's useless, and they're going to leave a lot of stuff on the table. Don't buy packs every day. Try to condition your alliance to play team, and do not use the meat during the month. Do not compete in those blue event for beast. They're just not worth it. They're really just not worth it. It's better to win Brawl. Why? Because Brawl gives you those rewards. So we're going to go look at them. They give you those rewards, those building you can only get by winning Brawl. And then you have the personal rewards that are right here. And those you cannot even upgrade with the shards from the island. You need to have actual orns like the lions to upgrade them. So I would say it's the second most important event in the game. So definitely take that into consideration. And yeah, that's basically Brawl in a nutshell. Just don't play every day. Be smart about it. And as a leader, your job is to motivate your troop. Make sure there's always an R4 there to monitor. And I would advise you on day 5 to kind of use like some kind of buffer. You don't want to win by 100,000. So today I told my guy, have fun. And we basically just ran rallies and we're winning by 100 million. But yesterday, I don't know if we can see it here. Let me check. Yeah, we can actually. So we were actually close to them. The total, we were like 10 millions away from them because we made it that way. We got to like 15 million ahead, and I told everybody, stop all rallies. And we just didn't want it to leave any points on the table in case that today they would be really strong. So when you look at yesterday, today is not even close. Like we get people over 10 million, but yesterday they kind of fought. And we were able to make it optimal by not leaving 20 million, 30 million, 40 million points on the table by just, keep pushing when we were already winning. So small video on Brawl kind of gives you like my insight about it. Like I said, it's very personal and it's just my way of playing it, but we haven't lost yet. I mean, we lost once, but in my head, it wasn't because we didn't play well. It was only because of the way the game is made. If you just buy nonstop, there's nothing anybody can do. But overall, this is how I would, and this is how I play Brawl with my alliance. And hopefully this helps you guys structure better and organize as a team. And if you have any question, please comment. It'll be my pleasure to try to help you out. So again, second most important event after KVK, so you definitely want to focus on this one. I'll try to make some videos on KVK next one. I usually try to keep our strategy a little bit more under the radar so that people don't actually use it against us. But I'll definitely share with you guys next time. So everybody have a great evening, night, and I'll talk to you later. Ciao.